What are examples of toxic femininity? To me, it would mean women who bag on other women for womaning differently than they do. This becomes really toxic after childbirth. Some women will feel nothing about letting you know how you are parenting wrong by using this product or letting your child do this particular thing. Women who are able to stay at home will be made to feel guilty for not helping to provide, and women who work are made to feel guilty for abandoning their child. I wish women were more understanding about dealing with differences and letting things slide a bit more. You should never feel higher after putting someone else down. That being said, I don't know how we did it, but I found the world's greatest group of moms when my son was a year and a half old. We came from all walks of life and supported the ever-loving hell out of each other. This was in Phoenix late 90s and we were completely tight until I moved away when my son was 5. I miss all of them. A girl in the grade below me, I'm a senior in high school at this point, passed away unexpectedly due to sepsis. Our whole city was in shock as the girl was in the school just days before her passing. I remember I met up with my GF at the time and she asked, "Why do so many people care about her dying? It's not like she was pretty anyways." This was the type of girl that says, "What? I am so nice." Safe to say, the Lord blessed me with a brain and I GTFO'd that relationship. To this day, she is still in contact with me and recently she complained that guys use her and she can't figure out why nobody will be with her. Well, honey, I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to figure that one out. Women who think other women that enjoy cooking, child rearing, and homemaking are perpetuating stereotyped gender roles enforced by the patriarchy, tearing other women down because what they enjoy doesn't fit into the tiny box of what your version of feminism should be as toxic femininity to the max. This always drives me nuts. I'm a really, really good cook and baker. It's just what I have a knack for. It's the one thing I'm proud of and I don't feel weird about bragging about. I like doing it. I like trying new recipes. I like developing things on my own based off others' recipes. I like cooking for people and seeing them happy. I legitimately wonder if I missed my calling in not becoming someone's private chef. The amount of comments I've gotten about it disguised as jokes is fucking ridiculous. Like my ex's mom and sister used to talk constant shit about my job as a nanny and my cooking for their son brother. Because that wasn't something you should do as a modern woman. Once I baked my friend an Oreo cookies and cream birthday cake to take to his D&D night. And the girls he played with devoured it before talking about how pathetic I was because clearly this is all I thought I was good for. The stupidity is real. The idea that a woman should be let off for hurting her spouse since men are stronger, as if the definition of abuse changes depending on your gender. Women who get mad at other women for warning them that their man is cheating on them. I'll add on to this. Women who get mad at only the other woman instead of both the other woman and their man. I recently learned about gold star lesbians who've never had sexual contact with men and discriminate against other lesbians who have. Ain't that some shit? Like, I'm sure many people who now identify as gay lesbian went through a lot of experimentation before they figured out who they were. That's not something to berate people over. Women judging other women for using different types of menstrual products. Fey women who use tampons often shit on women who prefer pads. Getting pregnant in order to entrap a guy, then alienating the kids from him when the inevitable breakdown of the relationship occurs. Happening to a friend of mine right now. He hasn't been able to see his kids since March because he was at risk and my friend was still working. Yet, the mum has had friends around for parties and today even took him on a local holiday in a town about 6 hours away. Meanwhile, my friend can't even see his own son from a short distance. He's mentioned how he used to pay for the house and gifts etc. and I just utterly broken right now. I know it takes two to tango but this woman seems to really hurt him on purpose. Women who make fun of other women in hopes it will make her attractive to men. I see it all the time on Twitter. Shit is mad stank coochie energy. Girls who are not like other girls. Girls who are cruel to women who choose to stay at home to raise children. Girls who expect men to pay for everything for them. A large proportion of girls go through the "not like other girls" stage. Sometimes girls are taught that all girls are shallow. So that's a pretty fair reaction. It's not really toxic femininity. More just a rebellion against stereotypes that they perceive to be the truth. Women objectifying young men as sexual playthings. Like, "Hey pool boy, wanna come rub some lotion on my back?" If a cougar does it, it is supposed to be empowering. But if a man said that about a girl waitress by the pool, he'd be a sexist. Misogynist pig. The idea that we need to play dumb, act weak or helpless to attract a man. It drives me crazy being told not to do things because you'll scare the boys off. It's not a universal thing. But it's so annoying when other women say shit like that. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Fellas, if you encounter a woman that has said or posted that, run like your mental health depends on it, cause it sure as shit does. The whole makeup culture TBH. Telling their friends, "You look like an entirely different person with makeup," like it's a compliment. Always peeved me. Pressuring each other to look and act more feminine in general TBH. I remember girls in high school being baffled that I don't wear a push-up bra, uncomfortable as hell, and I had nothing to fill up a bra with anyway. I was okay with it, but somehow everyone was telling me I shouldn't be. And telling me I should dress up, aka wear more feminine clothes, more often. When I was actually quite proud of my style generally. My ex would complain that I would never send her sweet or heartfelt messages. I used to try, but she constantly screenshots and shares everything with her friends. It's very hard to open up and be intimate and vulnerable with someone who shares everything with everyone. Remember the talk when they supported and laughed at the story of the woman who cut her boyfriend's husband's genitalia off? That girl power should not mean condoning dismemberment to another human being. Beating on men and expecting to get away with it. Because boobs. I'm a girl, but my GF pinched me really fucking hard the other day and it hurt so much. I cried out. And she acted like I had the problem because I was being loud. WTF did she expect? She pinched me for a fucking reason. Did she think I was not gonna hurt? Whenever I tell her to stop, she says, "I can't," or laughs at me and doesn't take me seriously. She's slapped me hard in the face. And left marks, not bruises. But still, it hurt. The inability to congratulate any other woman, genuinely, on their weight loss. I think it's generally a bad idea to comment on someone's size unless you know for a fact that they've been actively trying to lose weight. Even then, some people still don't appreciate the compliment, because it implies that they used to be worse, because they were larger. But now they're better, because they're smaller. It's still perpetuating the idea that a woman's value is tied to her size. I have a friend who used to be much heavier due to a medication she was taking that caused weight gain. And I've seen firsthand how differently some people at work treated her after losing weight. People used to treat her like a joke when she was fat. Like they thought she was obnoxious and weird. When she stopped taking the medication and lost weight, suddenly all the men who'd acted like she was weird wanted to be her friend. And the women were constantly commenting on how much weight she'd lost. It made her really uncomfortable. Before she'd lost weight, she hadn't realized people were treating her poorly, or at least hadn't connected any bad treatment to her size. After, she became a lot more well-liked with both men and women at the office, except a few jealous older women who claimed she was too skinny. But she was the same goofy person she'd always been, just smaller. She said it was like night and day. When Ellen DeGeneres joked about International Men's Day, basically dismissing it sarcastically, all like, "You mean like every other day? Geez, I'd hope not." International Men's Day is about promoting and supporting cancer screening and early detection for a demographic otherwise squeamish and uncomfortable with the procedure. If it was every other day, my prostate would have calluses. Growing up is realizing that Ellen DeGeneres isn't really the cool person you always envisioned her to be. She's toxic, racist and mistreats, underpays her employees. And by defending her, you also become a toxic person yourself. Honestly, if you do something wrong to a guy and know a guy can't retaliate, i.e., false rape charges, damaging property, abusive nature, threatening, stalking, etc., and use the phrase, "but you can't get me 'cause I am a girl. Lol. Fuck you, if your intent is to ruin a guy's life for the sheer hell of it or monetary gain. Screw you, if men did half the manipulation that women did, women would lose their shit even more so than we have already. Women who judge other women for not wanting children or not having mothering tendencies. I don't find babies cute. And the prospect of raising a child doesn't appeal to me. So why is it weird if I don't want them or fawn over baby pics? It's not anti-feminist to not call all babies cute. It's not like I am taking a stance against motherhood for anyone. I just don't want children. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. See you next time.